Hello there. I don't even know how the sound got turned on. Hello there. I'm Scotty. You're not. Welcome back to Halloween Horror Month, and we're on Scary Movie 4. This is the first time I'm watching all of these in a row. I never thought there was a point when they would get bad. This one just... I knew that they were going to get, a little bit worse. The quality was going to go down, especially since the Wayans left. Scary Movie 3 was fine, but this... I remember this being better. And this is the only one that I owned for the longest time. And so I bought it when it came out so I could watch it because I was a big fan of the first three. Wow, this went way down. This might be the worst. And I've only seen the first one once when I went to the theater to see it. I remember that being too good, but I've enjoyed these spoof movies for the most part. I can have fun with them. Date movie, epic movie, disaster movie. I can have fun with those. This. They're just trying to... Continuity of this franchise is out the wazoo, okay? It is out the window because there's some stuff in here that's... So, this is the last film to feature Anna Faris and Regina Hall as their characters of Cindy and Brenda. By this point, I do not think they're even the same characters they were in the first two films. By this point, they're completely... Continuity is not a thing anymore. Cindy is still blonde. Her hair is different now because she has to be like Sarah Michelle Gellar. And unfortunately, this is around the time she decided to get plastic surgery on her face. I know she would get a boob job later, but after her first divorce, but it seems fine at first. I felt like maybe she did it during filming because by the end of the film, it looks worse for some reason. I don't know. I mean, she looks better now. She must have done something. But here, they botched something when they gave her the puffy... I don't know. And Brenda doesn't show up until like the second half of the film. It's really weird. So the story here is a mix of The Grudge and the Tom Cruise War of the Worlds remake. Mixed with Saw. Yeah, that's in there too. It's 3 films put together. Saw is a minor part, but it starts the film and ends the film, basically. We start the film with a parody of Saw, with Dr. Phil and Shaquille O'Neal. Now, it's not an actor playing them. It is actually Dr. Phil, who admits he's not a doctor. He's an electrician, and I knew it. But then Shaq... The joke here is that Shaq can't do free throws. Aha! And then he's gotta make the free throw to release the saws. Then he gotta cut off the feet. But Dr. Phil cuts off the wrong foot, and which leads to him falling in the 4 with the, like I do it with the triangle 4, We catch up with Cindy, and she's no longer a reporter. No, she is now working. She's basically doing Sarah Michelle Gellar's job from The Grudge. She's going to work at this elderly house. I do laugh at the scene where this guy's trying to introduce her to the house because much like in the original film, the guy's trying to hide the fact that it's haunted. By the way, this house is in America, not Japan, but it's copying the design of the house in The Grudge, which was a Japanese designed house, but it's not Japanese design. And she moves in with this woman who is Cloris Leachman, and damn you to hell, whoever came up with the idea to cast Cloris Leachman a beautiful performer, a great character actress who could do amazing things to just be catatonic the entire movie. The most we get from her. Shame on you. Damn you to hell. That is just... No, you could have got some bit part actress to do it. Cloris Leachman, may she rest in peace. She was with more than that. She was Mrs. Forescan Girl Meets World. Is not Ukrainian bakery, is my Ukrainian bakery. Or the one after her character passed away. Is not my Ukrainian bakery. I'm dead. It's kind of funny. But we meet our new main character, Tom Ryan, who already know Mahalik and CJ, and Wikipedia credits Mahalik's last name is Pfeiffer. You know he wasn't credited in there. I had a theory going into this, as I was watching this, that this was supposed to be George, and he and Cindy are just separated. Then you go through the character of Tom Ryan, who is a parody of Tom Cruise's character in War of the Worlds. He's got two kids, Robbie and the other one. I forget her name. Rachel. Robbie and Rachel. And Molly Shannon is his ex-wife, because it's Molly Shannon. She gets a cameo here, and at the end, yeah. Yeah, that's the War of the Worlds part. I do find it kind of redundant that we're doing the alien invasion again. We just did that in the last one. Oh, by the way, all the stars are here because Leslie Nielsen is back as the President of the United States. And what they do with this character, he never interacts with our main characters ever. No. He is at some book reading for some children. He's listening about a little duck story. It's a running thing in his movie. And he gets pulled away by his new bodyguard, who's not Ja Rule, because they couldn't get him to come in. New bodyguard. And then there's a press conference thing. I'll just go through his part because it's not that big. So, I'm confused because he explains here that they have a machine that vaporizes people leaving only their clothes. So they've reversed the polarity on the machine so they could try to use it against the aliens. But all it does is take the clothes off of people. And there's a gag where Leslie Nielsen is supposedly naked. I thought this was a leather suit. These aren't buttons, you know. But earlier in the film, when they come to see him at the book reading, they explain that people were attacked and there's naked people everywhere. Did they mess up? Can keep continuity in their own movie? I don't know. So we get some exposition here as to where Cody is, because the first scene we have is actually with Cindy is that she goes to visit Tom, the other Tom Logan, Charlie Sheen's character, who's with 3 Playboy playmates, including Kendra Wilkinson and Dolly Madison. Wilkinson comes back for the next one, but he's a different character. But he wants to commit suicide because he's Bill Pullman's character from The Grudge, even though later there's a picture of Bill Pullman with the Japanese woman and her child. But Cindy shows he's trying to cut himself with a razor, and she comes in and hugs him and attaches to his chest. And then he tries to kill himself by taking too many pills, but the Viagra, he gets a giant boner and falls over the balcony. Apparently he helped her get the job. We do find out later through exposition when she meets Tom Ryan. There's 2 Toms in this movie, I don't know. That, she fills out exposition on Cody while he's not in the movie. He's sent to military camp, or military school, at age 11. Okay? They show him shaving, and he's not old enough to shave at 11 yet, but I don't know. They couldn't get the actor back, but they got to do those pictures. Or they Photoshop things with his face, I guess. I don't know. But that's it. And then later we find out explanation as to why George is not here. And it's a $1 Million Baby parody. Apparently, after the events of the third film, Cindy and George went on to have a career of boxing. Female boxing. Where her nickname was Dirty Sanchez. She doesn't know what it means. You don't want to know what it means, so I'm not going to tell you. But she's fighting this, she's fighting Mike Tyson in a wig, basically. It's not really Mike Tyson, but it's supposed to Mike Tyson get the tattoo on the face and everything. And they even have a gag of it biting ears off. And during the fight, stuff happens where I've never seen the movie, but I think someone falls and breaks their neck and dies. It might be the main character, Hilary Swank's character, I don't know. But in this time, it's people in the audience and George who fall and break their neck, so that's why George is not here. He is dead. What a waste for a Simon Rex cameo. He's used better in the next one. He's not even playing the same character, which is weird. But we said that that's in a different universe, then that's fine. Mahalik and CJ. They're only here for a Brokeback Mountain joke. That's all it is. They reminisce about their time in the mountains, and it's Brokeback Mountain, complete with singing, "Hello, is it me you're looking for?" by Lionel Richie, which is not in that movie. I've never seen that movie, but I don't think it's in the movie. White guys. Yeah, so. I've never seen Brokeback Mountain. Never want to. Keep it away from me. Burn it. Set it on fire. Why did it win Oscars? Anyway. Nothing against the gay people, but I don't know. It's not my thing. Okay? So, yeah, they do that joke and then they're gone until the apocalypse starts, and then we get a gag where they think everyone's zombies, because they have a conversation here where they're talking about, zombies, zombie apocalypse type thing, and then they think people are zombies, and Malik beats up his grandmama, and then that's it. We don't see him again for the rest of the film. They are wasted in this movie. They were so good in the last one. They are wasted here. And I remember laughing, talking about the jokes. Their jokes are the jokes that the Brokeback Mountain joke is what I throw out. My God. Why would you do that? It's my first time meeting him. The whole thing. Okay, so Malik knew him, and CJ didn't. But, yeah, and so Cindy and Tom Ryan have the instant love relationship thing, and his kids hate him because that's the stereotype. Aliens start to invade. They do a joke where this was in a trailer where they land, they start playing Come a Chameleon by the Culture Club, and then they start to destroy people. Cindy is sent on a mission to find why they are attacking. So she and Tom separate, so we get two splits where Tom is trying to rescue his children, while Cindy goes on her journey to find out what's going on. And in this journey, she meets up with Brenda, who survived her death in the last one. They don't get an explanation. She's like, "Brenda, I thought you were dead." She's like, "Oh, I thought you were dead too." I'm like, that would have been an interesting joke to do in the second movie. When they meet up with each other. "Brenda, I thought you were dead." "Oh, I thought you were dead too." That would have made sense there. Here, they don't care. This is a spoof movie. They don't care about continuity. It doesn't matter. Never mind, we saw her dead body get desecrated in the last movie. She waved goodbye at Cindy's wedding. The dead corpse. Well, she doesn't die here. And I mean, she only died twice in this French. She didn't die in the second one, although she was supposed to in the original ending, but So they go on a journey, and we get a parody of M. Night Shyamalan's The Village, which I've never seen, but I know the twist. And the Bryce Dallas Howard Blind character is played by Carmen Electra. That's another recast. And there's an idiot character named Ezekiel who's played by Chris. Why is he not? Chris Elliott. Yes, they recast. And they're there in this village to find Bill Pullman, who is there for some reason. Because he was in the garage, and so they use him as a gag. And then they do the thing with the fake monsters. Like they do in the village. And spoiler alert, the twist of the village is that it's not set in those olden times. It's actually in modern time, which is not really a twist here because we know that, you know. Which, to think about it, isn't that just Amish? I don't know. But they do a joke because, you know, the whole thing with Bryce Dallas Howard's character in the village is that she was blind. So they go with that and they have her take a shit in the church. She thinks she's in her house. Hey, at least you get to see Carmen Electra's cleavage. She's in her underwear. I guess. First appearance was funnier. And then they have a thing with the wasted. Chris Elliott's in this, right? He's playing this idiot character who says pee and vagina. And then they say, they bring in Cindy and Brenda. They say that they can't leave. Brenda has a thing for the guy from White Chicks who was the snobby boyfriend. I mean, he's here, and which is weird because the Wayans aren't involved in this, so it's kind of weird. But they end up, after the reveal of fake monsters, they find that Bill Pullman was stabbed. They say it was Ezekiel. This would have been interesting to tie up the continuity and reveal that it was Hanson. Right? Ezekiel, he can only say pee and vagina. Why would he do this? Because, child, I don't want you to find out the truth. You know? That it's him. He's been hiding all this time. He survived. You know? They could have done that too. He got hit by that car at the end of the second movie and lost his memory. He became stupid. But he got hit in the head with the bell earlier twice. And now he's smart again. And he remembered everything. And so he somehow knows the secret that Cindy's after, and he killed Bill Pullman. Bill Pullman's still alive and is able to tell him that. Tell her that. The child died at the women's boxing match, which means that Cindy is responsible for his death. But they don't talk about the woman, either the mother's death. I don't know. By the way, there's a scene earlier in the film where they're talking Japanese, but it's fake. It's mock Japanese. Toshiba, Mitsubishi, Sashimi, Sushi. Yeah, that's what they're speaking in. It's kind of racist. Every one of these movies were good. It just doesn't. There are some laughs left in the movie, but they're very little. Cindy and Brenda decide we're out of here. And Tom and his kids, Robbie supposedly gets killed, but he doesn't. And then Tom and his daughter end up with a Michael Madsen cameo for some reason. Why is he in this movie? Michael, you were in better movies. You were in Species. You were in Reservoir Dogs. Come on, man. Really? Fucking Scary Movie 4? Come on. And they make you think he's a sleazy guy, right? Because there's some guy who goes, come with me if you want to live. And then he gets knocked out. He's like, come with me if you want to live. And it doesn't lead to anything. It doesn't do anything. The aliens come in. They kidnap the girl. Tom grabs a hold. They get pulled up into a spaceship where they meet up with Cindy and Brenda. And we get the finale of this, which is more Saw. Cindy and Brenda are attached to that thing that Mike is in at the beginning of Saw 2, that flytrap thing. They're both in those. Tom has one that's set up for an arrow to go through his ass. And Brenda wants to switch because She kinky. So during this, Tom's kids, Robbie's still alive apparently, are lowered down. Tom, because his story arc is that he do something, stop running away from everything, decides he's gonna save his kids. But more stuff comes through. He gets kicked in the nuts. He gets a wet willy. This purple nurple with a CGI twisty thingies. Brenda and Cindy get free. They all get free before he's put into that thing. I do like Brenda's line. He's like, because at first he's like, do you want to switch? Brenda's like, I will. And after everyone's free, she's like, can I still put this on? You know? And Brenda accidentally finds a secret passage that leads to where the Billy puppet died. So it turns out these are the aliens. They look just like Billy the puppet. And they've come to Earth because Toshio, the little boy, was his child with the Asian woman, and that Bill Pullman was his stepdad. Concerning what we find out later, what we see later, it doesn't make any sense, but we'll just keep going with this. And eventually they talk him down because Tom is steadfast to die for his kids, and tell his kids that he does love them and wants to, protect them, and to taught Cindy how to love again. We know it happened really quick in this. But Brenda finds the secret passageway anyway, but there's another one named Zoltar. Not the Zoltar machine from Big, I wish. And he has a change of heart. The Billy puppet jigsaw thing had a change of heart. And, another joke I liked is that they find the remains of Shaq, and Brenda walks up and grabs this big leg bone and goes, "Oh my God, Cindy, he killed a dinosaur!" That made me laugh. But yeah, and we see that Brenda hooked up with Zoltar. And I guess gave him crabs. She's a virgin. We're screwed. This is all the machines start to die, so it's implied that much like in the ending of War of the Worlds, spoiler alert, a disease wipes them out. It's a common cold in War of the Worlds. Here it's crabs or something, herpes. I don't know. But first of all, I don't think they would show up that quick. But yeah, and then we get a wrap up of what's going on. Tom, Cindy are together. They get the kids back to the mom, and we get a joke. Look, kids, grandpa. No, that's my new husband. Big Daddy did it. It was funnier there. It's not funny here at all. And we get a wrap-up voiceover by James Earl Jones. And it's actually James Earl Jones, not the fake Morgan Freeman voice from the next one. Oh, that actually was that funny ending. And it's over. No, it's not. No, it's not. This broke me because I forgot this was in the fucking movie. So, do you guys remember back in the day when Tom Cruise confessed his love for Katie Holmes? Remember what he did? He showed up on Oprah, jumping on a couch, professing his love for Katie Holmes, right? Well, nothing is below these guys. So, I don't know. I had that Void ice cream earlier, which I haven't done yet, but I will. Nothing is below these guys. So, oh my God, this is... So they parody the Tom Cruise jumping on a couch thing, but they take so fucking long to do it. He comes in there, he starts having a conversation, he's like, yeah, woo, 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 happy, and he's running around, and he starts doing backflips, and he's swinging back and forth, and he's running around, and he's just like an idiot, and this is supposed to be a parody of that. Look, extending the period of comedy is not funny. It's stupid, it's annoying, I want to get it done. This is not funny. None of this is funny. Not even what I used to think was funny when he breaks Oprah's arms, but like, "Oh, Cindy is here." He rips open the couch cushion, starts eating the stuff, and then she's like, "Oh, Cindy is here." He's like, "Cindy," grabs her and just throws her across the fucking stage. That's the end of Anna Faris in this franchise, by the way, getting thrown across the fucking stage. I bet after that she's like, "Fuck this, I'm gonna do Mom." Anyway, that came out wrong. I'm going to be on Mom and marry Chris Pratt and then divorce him and then get married again and then whatever I'm doing now. I'm going to do the House Bunny. I don't know. That was before Mom. But anyway, yeah. And it ends with Tom breaking Oprah's, not really Oprah's arms. After that part, I went, my God, that was horrible. Just that part was the worst part of the movie, but I'm like, this might be the worst one. Yeah, no. This is not worth your time. Watch the first three. Actually, if you watch just the first three and then 5, I think you're fine, because 5 is disconnected from everything. So you watch 1 through 3. Cindy gets her happy ending. This was supposed to be the last one. There was no Scary Movie 5 plan. It's supposed to be the last one, but when did this come out? 2006. So 9 years later, we got another one. It took 9 years to get another one out. Without Anna Faris. I'll discuss my, waiting for that movie to come out, because I was a fan of this franchise. Going through these movies, I really don't know what I saw. I think there's a reason why I never really watched the 4th one that much. This was why. It's not worth your time. I don't think any of these are god-awful bad that I would say they deserve to fry in hell. If everything in this movie was like the ending part, I think maybe it would be. But there are some moments. This movie has some moments ignoring continuity. I'm a continuity whore. Like, I had that. But these movies, they're spoofs. So you just kind of got to let that go. But someone like me who's a continuity whore, I don't know. It's hard for me to let it go. But this one's not worth your time. Watch the first 3. Then the next one, maybe. I haven't reviewed it yet. Maybe it's terrible too. I don't know. Maybe I'll have a good time with it. Again, I have watched some of these movies that are in this after the fact. Like, Evil Dead Remake was parodied in this. I had not yet seen Evil Dead Remake at the time. I did afterwards. But not at the time. I don't know why. But, yeah. I don't know. So, what are your thoughts on Scary Movie 4? No comments below. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching. I've been Scotty, and I'll see you in the next one.